A man accused of forcing unnatural sex onto his wife, which eventually leads to her death, is not a crime which warrants punishment, according to Chhattisgarh High Court. It also says that if the wife is more than 15 years old, any sexual intercourse or sexual act by the husband cannot be termed as rape under any circumstance. Adding, therefore, lack of wife's consent for unnatural sex is also of not any importance. The case involves a man whose wife died in hospital after unnatural sex. The doctor said the impact of the forced sex was so intense that she had peritonitis and rectal perforation. Notably, marital rape is not punishable by any law in India and is currently being challenged in the Supreme Court, where a group of petitioners have demanded it should be criminalised like any other rape case. The High Court judgment now leaves unnatural sex out of the ambit of punishment as well. The man who was accused of unnatural sex and culpable homicide, not amounting to murder, was convicted by a trial court. However, after the Chhattisgarh High Court judgment, he has now got relief. In its judgment, the court said if the wife is more than 15 years of age, any sexual intercourse or act by the husband cannot be termed as rape under any circumstances, and as such, absence of wife's consent for unnatural sexual act loses significance. So offences under Section 376 and 377 of IPC against the appellant cannot be made. Section 377 has clauses for unnatural sex. Quote, the offence between a husband and wife cannot be made out under Section 375 IPC as per the repeal made by the amendment and in view of repugnancy between both the sections, unquote, the judgment read. Though the Supreme Court was hearing a batch of petitions seeking criminalisation of marital rape, it was suspended as then Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud, who headed the bench, was about to retire. A new bench is, however, expected to hear the matter, but there is no information about when. The centre maintains that protection of the institution of marriage is essential and there is no need to criminalise marital rape. During the previous hearings, the centre filed an affidavit and noted that since there are laws to protect women from other forms of physical violence, there is no need to criminalise marital rape, as it would threaten the family unit in the Indian cultural and societal context. So it is not within the court's purview to take a decision on the matter. During the hearing, the government also maintained that Parliament has provided several measures to protect women and the consent of a married woman